What's up guys? I wanted to make a quick video showing how you can get an extra 75 bonus reputation for every legendary pet battle that you defeat in Mechagon. I'm sure there's an equivalent to Nazjatar as well, but in this video I'll only be showing Mechagon because that's all I've done so far. So I wanted to show you what pet battles I used for the majority of the fight, and I wanted to show you where the turn-in is as well. I usually start off my fights with an unborn Valkyr. I got this from Northrend, and the abilities I'm going to use is Curse of Doom and Haunt. Next I have the Zandalari Ankle Render that I got from the Isle of Giants during MOP. He's going to have Black Claw and Hunting Party. And then for my third pet I'm using a Fell Flame from Outland, but really you can use anything in this slot. I do recommend that it is Elemental though, because all of the pets that you'll be fighting in Mechagon are mechs, and Elementals are very strong versus mechs. I will say before continuing the video that this strategy worked on a majority of the pet battles, but there were some that I just couldn't beat with this strategy, whether it was because of self-heals or they would just completely one-shot one of my guys before I got the full combo off, as you'll see in this video. But I wanted to let you know that a majority of these do work, and the ones that you do beat, you will get 75 bonus reputation from a little quest turn-in that you get after defeating them, and for the beginning of this patch that could be very useful. And then for some of the pets I do have one workaround against one of them that I did figure out. So we're going to start off here with Unit 6. He's a little Frog boy near the west side of Mechagon, just right along the coast. So we're going to start with our unborn Valkyr and use Curse of Doom. He's going to go ahead and use his ability, and then we'll go ahead right into Haunt. That should kill our Valkyr, but we'll put 2 nasty dots on him. At that point we can bring out our Ankle Render. He's going to be faster than here, so we can use Black Claw to open up. And then Black Claw is going to make him do extra damage over time. So then we can go straight into a Hunting Party, and then he'll be taking increased damage for 1 round. And all of the damage should be ticking. At that point your second Hunting Party will go off, and then he'll just be done. You can easily clean up after this. Either the dots will take him out, or this is when your third pet comes into play, and then he can just clean house. Every time you beat a legendary battle pet for the first time, you'll be awarded a quest right after, and you just go back to your main hub and turn it in for some gold and reputation. This one was the same exact fight as the last, it's just a different pet, so it's Unit 35. But I sped this up here because I'm just using the same exact strategy. Unborn Valkyr, use the 2 abilities there, go straight to my Ankle Render, set up the combo, barely lived there, so very lucky in that scenario. But then I was able to get the kill there, and then my third pet just comes in and just cleans up house. In this one we're going to be against Creek Clank, and I'm just going to use the same exact combo I've been using on the past pets. But this one is a prime example of where RNG can be a huge factor. So he usually starts off with a huge hitting ability, but as you saw there it missed, and then he went into a normal ability that can hit 2 to 3 times. So I was able to get my combo off on my Valkyrie there. I then swapped my Ankle Render, and then look, he missed again with like his hardest hitting ability, and that move can one-shot the Ankle Render. So this is obviously a fight where RNG can play a huge role. And another issue that we have on this boss fight is because there he just used the ability Repair that you can see on his unit frames, and if he's able to get that off, he just heals to full. But thankfully, because of the move combo he used that time, and because of the burst from the strategy, I was able to get him down. But I will say that that was probably my 3rd or 4th fight with that team before I was actually able to kill him. So RNG is going to play a pretty big role when it comes to some of these pet fights. The last fight I'm going to show you here is against Unit 17. He's a little marmot boy that I found on the southeast side of Mechagon, just along the hillside. And so far it's so good. You know, I set up my combo with my Valkyr, I set up Black Claw, and then he hit me with the crouch. So you're just like, oh, what's the crouch do? Well, it makes him block every single attack my way because he's taking 50% reduction damage from crouch for 3 rounds, along with his legendary ability. And he can also put down Decoy, which blocks another 2 attacks. So basically, I'm not getting anything done with my moves. He just completely counters this team comp. I'm shit out of luck at this point, and I'm just like, well crap, what do I do now? That's easy. I forfeit. I leave like a wuss. Luckily, I was able to find a team comp that worked, so see if this will work for you. Get out a Kunlai Runt, a Clockwork Gnome, and then you can use any battle pet for your third slot, but I do recommend an elemental one again, because they'll take extra damage. For the Kunlai, I have Takedown, Frost Shock, and then Deep Freeze. For Clocky, I'm going to run Metal Fist, Repair, and then Auto Turrets, or Build Turret. And then the third one, you can have whatever you want for this boss fight. When I was recording this pet battle fight, I actually came up with the strategy on the spot. So you're going to want to take your Kunlai out first. You're going to want to hit him with your second move, Frost Shock. He's going to hit you, ow. And then you're going to open up with a Deep Freeze. This combo lets you stun him, and then you use your first ability, so he'll take some double damage. At that point, you know he's about to lay down his defensives or his decoy. So this is when you take out Clocky, and you start putting down Build Turrets. Build Turrets will hit 3 times at the end of each player's turn. So bam, that's his decoy already gone because of my auto turrets. And at this point I can hit Repair, which will basically heal for over half of Clocky's health, bringing him back up to full. And then it's just kind of like rinse and repeat with this little combination, because you know his crouch is going to be on reset, his decoys are going to be on reset, and so on and so forth. And then he's just going to take you down slowly. But as long as you have the damage output and the ability to get rid of his decoys, you should be fine. Like as you see here, like he's still blocking all of my moves, but I know his moveset now and I know how to work around it. So I probably kept my Fell Flame out there a little longer than I should have, but I mean, I was able to get my dots off. He didn't put up any more defensive, so then I hit him with a bigger hitting ability, the little combo Fell Flame can do. And then I saw a crouch there, so I'm just like, okay, we'll probably set up his decoy, bring out my gnome, and there he goes. So now I can set up my turrets and then do my auto heal again. And then I was lucky I was able to figure this out on the spot, and this worked out, so maybe this will work out for you if you do it a similar way. But like I said, the combo before, like with the Valkyr and the ankle render, that will work on, I want to say, maybe 80% of the pet battles here. I actually don't know how many there are, because I probably only did like 6 or 7 of these. I don't know how many there are on the island. Wowhead hasn't told me yet. But it worked on them. But it obviously didn't work on this one, so you just have to kind of think outside the box and adapt with like cooldown timers and all that. And I mean, you don't have to get too into it if you just follow the pet strategy that I have, but for the most part it should just be simple. I finish him off with a Deep Freeze there. He's stunned for this round, so then I'll just do the double damage with Takedown. He actually lived a little bit, but I'm faster, so I'll just hit him with a Frost Shock, and then I'm able to win that easy. So once you're done doing all your pet battles, you can return to your main hub and turn in the quest here to Vera Lonely Cog. I'm going to mark him with a skull. Each one you turn in, like I said earlier, is going to award you 75 reputation. So if you just want some extra points for the rep grind in the beginning of this patch, you can go ahead and follow this video. I hope this helped. Leave a like if it did, and if you need to know any more guides, or maybe you want me to show some Nazjatar or how to do the other pet battles in Mechagon, just let me know, and then maybe I can work on those too. See ya!